What's cracking, YouTubers? It's once again, it's two dudes in an old school. That's right, two dudes in an old school. J and J. And our very first topic, let's get right into it. Get into the nitty gritty. So this year, since it's 2021, we're gonna get into some real topics. Since y'all cats don't like too much history, we still gonna throw a little history at you though. So this time we want to talk about the Confederate flag. That's right, the Confederate flag, and why it should not be flying. So it's just mostly our opinions, but we did call a couple people also from the West Coast all the way into the South. This is my look on it. It's very, very disrespectful for some. Depends on where you come from, because especially different experience that people had with it. I know y'all keep trying to say it's a Southern heritage, but that Southern heritage teach hate. And then when it came with that hate, more hate came on top of it with that flag. And then let me just demonstrate a little experience that I had with the flag. All right, I'm in high school. I play AAU basketball. One of my friends lived one town over, maybe almost 40 minutes away. And he told me, man, we having this big old type of carnival deal. You should come over and hang out. I was like, I don't know, man. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna come hang out, and how you do your thing, do your thing around your little hood or whatever, your little town. So went over there, me and my friends went to go check it out, just to go hang out in their town, see what, switch it up a little bit, try to see how everybody else do something different. So, back in the day, I'm old, so back in the day, all they did was cruise and stuff. But before that, we went to their little carnival deal, and everything was cool. When kids do, we trying to get phone numbers. We didn't have no cell phones back then, so we trying to get people's phone numbers, just talking to girls and just doing what teenagers do, hang out. And so we later on that night, we'd start ripping and running the little strip they have, their little cruising strip, and hanging out at one of their pool halls and talking to girls. And then we got into it with a couple of people, just for no reason, because we was in their town. So we go back to my friend's house. We was just gonna chill and spend the night at his house, because we was planning on spending the night too. And then me and my boy was like, you know what? We should just about to roll out, man. We should just roll out and go back to the crib, because we had a bad feeling. Sure enough, a bunch of guys came and put a burning cross in my best friend's yard for us being at his house, and I guess showing us a good time at his town. And they was flying those flags, and everyone had a flag on their truck. I mean, when you seeing something burning in front of you like that, knowing that it's all about hateful and all they want to do is just hurt you because just the color of your skin. That's why that flag should not be flying around. That's why people get upset, and I don't understand why y'all don't understand why people get upset. Then I try to not to judge people, because when you have that on your hat or anything, I don't want to try to judge you that you're a racist right away. I don't want that, but that's the image that keeps putting in our heads, and that's how it keeps acting all the time. It's like a counterattack. You know what I mean? Anytime we try to do anything as a minority, y'all come with the flag. Come with another flag, the Confederate flag. Anything, all the way up till now. Like Black Lives Matter came out, now y'all storming the Capitol with the Confederate flag. Why not do it with the American flag? I mean, anytime that when slaves was free, the KKK came out. And then the Confederate flag they really messed up the Confederate flag, the KKK. They really jacked it up. And then when the Civil Rights Movement, because of the Jim Crow law, then the Dixie people come with the Confederate flag again. I mean, it just seems like anytime we try to make a step forward, y'all want to bring the flag back out. So, I mean, I'm just that's just my most of my experience, and that's why I'm trying to let you know. You know, hopefully you looking at this with an open mind, and you know, in somebody else's shoes. So I'm just gonna kick this back over to Jay, and he's gonna let you know about some of those counter punches.
You know, I've been friends with Jay for a long time, and these kind of things is what really made our relationship stronger, because from him being able to share these types of memories with me, it made me realize just how frustrating the flag is to other people. And as he mentioned about heritage, you know, here in America, we talk to ourselves about being the melting pot and how we want to set examples. But whenever we look at how we use the flag and how the flag is flown in these times of change, we tend to see the flag more. And to talk a little bit about how that comes to be, if we look back and we look at the memorials that we made over the last, since the Civil War, we can look at the statistics. Over 700 of the memorials were made either during the Jim Crow era or during the Civil Rights Movement. Now there's a total of 1,500 memorials, so that leaves, you know, 800 of them left over that were made right after the Civil War. But a majority of them, a lot of them were made during Jim Crow and the Civil Rights Movement. And that goes with what Jay's saying about the flag. Whenever people start making, of any race or any origin, start making a move, there's always a counter movement against that move. As you may think, you know, like what I'm trying to say here is, with the monuments coming in at those times, they were a way to push the propaganda that movement was correct, even though now we know that movement is not correct, and we all need to be able to get along and live together here in this great United States. As we were doing the research for this particular piece, there's a lot of information out there, and a lot of people have been doing research on both sides. And one thing that I thought was interesting, and we'll have a picture of the quote, but General Lee, whenever they were going to put up his monument, he actually said, and I'm going to paraphrase, that he didn't think it was right to put up monuments to the losing side. He thought instead the winning side should overshadow the losing side and move forward instead of backwards. And I think that's a really important thing, because even though we can't understand why our families in our past fought for the Confederacy, we don't know what was going through their minds, and we can't gauge that now. But it is, from what we can tell in history and what is documented in both the Confederate Constitution and the Constitutions of Mississippi and South Carolina, we do know on paper, in writing, that a large reason for this, the whole war, was about slavery. And it's documented. So I understand that we have relatives that fought on the side of the Confederacy, and a lot of people do. You know, our country was split in half back then. So
brothers against brothers.
You know, so we had a lot of back and forth, but we don't know why they fought. But now we need to move past that and join together as Americans to make a better future for our children and for our children's children. Amen. Because until we can get over the feud and not have to use the Confederate flag as a way to show power still, and just realize that we're all here together. And even like in our first episode, we talked about melanin and how that was the deciding factor of the color of our skin. We need to get back to the idea that we are all here and we're all equal, and the Confederate flag doesn't need to be around anymore.
Just museums.
Yeah, we need to put it where it goes, in history, in museums. Go see it, understand it, research it. We should all know about it, but we shouldn't use it as a way to strike fear into others and make others feel uncomfortable.
And we had some interesting, like, we got other people's opinions. Like, we called like a person on the West Coast. You know, they was more a little opening about it. They even said, you know, they should be able to rock it on their trucks even, and rock it at their house and everything, because, you know, that's what, the First Amendment or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, you can't really say nothing about who, you know, what you do at your own home and stuff like that. Hopefully y'all took this message well. Hopefully y'all with an open mind, pleased with an open mind to understand why we talking about this and why they're trying to, you know, take down some of the monuments and some of the, the
bases and
the
stuff.
bases,
And the schools.
Bases and schools and all that. Why should we bring up the past? I think even Robert E. Lee said that.
Yep. Yeah.
We should just move forward, like Jay said, as Americans.
Yep.
That's the only flag we should be flying is one flag, one nation, one flag. That's how it should be.
Amen.
All right. Well, I know this is a touchy subject, but hopefully that you all like our channel. Subscribe, let us know what else you want us to talk about. Maybe this is the stuff that y'all probably want us more to talk about. I mean, you know, more of a modern era things. We're just trying to give y'all a good history lesson of why things are jacked up.
And how we still got to come together to make change.
Still, to this day.
People like you and me and like all of us here watching the channel and everybody else in the world, man, we got to come together and make things right and treat people the way we want to be treated. If we can do that, this world is going to be so beautiful.
So, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all guys later. 2 dudes and a hose code. Peace.